Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And look at this. It's all Model Ys and Model 3s, some S's and some X's, but it's all stacked up. Brand new vehicles just been dropped off. So let's do ourselves a quality check with the new best-selling vehicle, the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so we have this black Model Y here. It's the black with the white interior. It's just been dropped off. Brand new, ready to take delivery. So let's start off by taking a look at the left side, making sure that the light is aligned. And with the black interior, you're gonna find that it exposes swirl marks. So I highly suggest, if you're getting the black, to get yourself some paint protection film. It's gonna run you about $4,000, but it's going to preserve your paint to brand new. So once you take delivery, go straight from Tesla shop to the detail shop and get it installed ASAP. You will I really appreciate it as the time goes by. You'll see how the car will be swirl proof and hopefully any rock chip proofs, because that paint protection film does add a set of protection for your vehicle. Now let's continue on with the quality check. Let's look all the way along here, seeing if we find any issues with this particular Model Y. Onto the right side. So we haven't so far, so we're definitely looking good, and I do like what I'm seeing. Taking a look at the wheels are looking nice and beautiful. And let's take a look at this driver's side door. This driver's side door is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. So this is the interior. After you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to move into the interior. You want to check your dash, your steering wheel, your center console, your seats, under your seats, your glove box, your glass roof, everything. Then after you've done with the front of the interior, that's when you move on to the back of the interior. You want to check that both of your seats move down properly. You want to check that there's any scuffs, any dirt, anything that catches your eye during delivery. Never rush your delivery. Take your time. I know you're filled with excitement because of the anticipation, especially for you new EV buyers that are converting from oil to gas. You do get a rush of excitement that it's like, okay, I'm never paying gas again. I finally got my electric car. So you're just filled with happiness and excitement. So during your delivery day, the rush that you get from wanting to drive an EV, sometimes you spend your time so excited that you forget to do yourself a quality check. So don't be blinded by this beautiful electric car. Take your time, don't rush. Bring a family member, bring somebody, get a second opinion, so they can point out little things on your vehicle that you can easily tell your sales rep. They'll book a service appointment and they'll have that corrected. Now on to the quality check. Okay, so this quality check has found that this door right here, if you look closely, is poking out a little bit. So that's definitely an issue that needs to be taken care of. Now this gap over here, I do like it. It's tight, and that's what we want to see. I would prefer if this gap here was a little bit tighter also, but it is fine. It is not as bad as some of the vehicles that I've seen so far. And onto the right side, you want to check that this light is flush with this light, and if you look closely, you'll see that it's not. It's and you can tell it's supposed to be lined up perfectly, like it is. Actually, it's not even lined up perfectly on the left side either. So, issues. These cars are not perfect, and the thing is, you may get a really good build, or you might get a build full of problems. So make sure to take your time during delivery so you can observe every single defect and tell your sales rep so they can have that corrected. You might as well, you paid for the vehicle. These are expensive vehicles. So, and a vehicle this expensive should be built to a higher quality standard. But due to the fact that Tesla right now seems to be focusing on quantity versus quality, you yourself have to point out these errors so Tesla can fix them. The only reason why I do these quality checks is because I want Tesla to become a better company. And I know that they cannot find their problems unless we point out their problems. Now, let's take a look at these wheels. Now let's take a look at this over here, see if it's flush, and it is flush. Now let's take a look at this door to see if it's flush. Okay. See if it's flush, and it is flush. So I definitely would give this I would give this a fail. Definitely would give this a fail. So, we got ourselves another Model Y. It's the white with the white interior with the standard wheels. And remember, with the standard wheels, you can get them powder coated and they look phenomenal. Save yourself some bucks and get them powder coated. Now let's take a look at the left side. Matching the fender with the bumper and the bumper with the hood and making sure there's no scratches, swirl marks, or anything that catches our eye. Now let's take a look at the right side. And let's take a look at the wheels. Let's take a look at the driver's side door, and it's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Taking a look at the interior. Remember, after you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to check the interior. Now let's take a look over here at the back over here. Seeing the door is flush, and it is flush. Well, this gap seems to be an issue with this Model Y, and it continues to be an issue. That gap is just too huge over here. You can stick your finger in there. It's really bad. Needs to be corrected. Let's take a look at the left side, rear, and let's take a look at the right side. Now let's take a look over here on this right side. Beautiful. The passenger side, you'll find that the rear of the passenger side looks a lot better. Now, let's take a look at this door handle to see if it's flush, and it's not flush. So, definitely has some issues with this Model Y. Taking a look at this door over here, and it is flush, and it is flush. But unfortunately, this Model Y, due to the fact that it has those size gaps, it gets a fail. Now, let's move on to our final Model Y for the evening. All right, so we have our final Model Y for the evening. Let's take a look at the wheels over here onto the right side. Now let's take a look at the hood. This gap is just a little bit too big over here. Definitely big on the left side, and let's compare it to the right side. See, the right side, the gap of the hood is a little bit thinner than this, if you look closely. So definitely would have them align the hood. So we did find ourselves an issue that's very rare that seems to happen from time to time that Tesla needs to take care of. So let's take a look at the left side again, matching the fender with the bumper and the bumper with the hood. Continue on and moving on to the right side. Let's take a look at these wheels. These are the standard wheels. And let's take a look at this door over here. It's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Now let's take a look at the interior. A beautiful set of interiors, all packaged up, ready to go. Now let's take a look over here to see if it's flush, and it is flush. This door is flush, and it is flush. And this is flush, and it is flush. But yet again, we have ourselves a fail. Look at the size of that gap. It's just way too big, and look right here, it's just way too big. You shouldn't be able to see inside there. This panel is just way too big. Wow. So this problem is becoming very common. All right, so and let's move over to the right side. All right, taking a look at the right side of this Model Y right here. Let's take a look. Right side gap is nice and tight. But over here, we do have ourselves a big gap over here. So definitely have many issues with this Model Y. So yeah, not really excited, to be honest with you. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this last Model Y a fail. Uh, Tesla has a lot of work to do, and make sure to complain, so we can get Tesla to become a better company where they're producing better quality vehicles. All right, so that's all I got to say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.